Hi, Omega Chaos here again with another Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile, and this time I am showing my updated Synchron deck with the new support from Duelist Nexus, but unfortunately I don't have Revolution Synchron, which is unfortunately too expensive for me, and this is not the Adventure Synchron version, it's pretty much the regular Chunk Doppel version, which I think is still pretty good, but it's definitely not very competitive because it can die to any hand trap almost, because obviously you have to resolve chunk speeder. But still a very fun deck to play, but it's a little bit toxic as well, of course, because Calamity, but still a very nice deck. So I guess let's go over it. So first, the monsters. I use triple Stardust Synchron, one of the most important key cards in this deck. So definitely really amazing. Then I use triple Chunk Synchron, another really important card for this deck obviously. I will probably place one of these with Revolution Synchron if I had it, but for now of course I run just the 3 Chunk Synchrons. Then I run 2 Jet Synchron, still a very important level 1 tuner, still really good obviously. Then of the new cards, 1 Wheel Synchron. They're actually pretty important for the new combos in this deck, especially if you don't have access to Doppel Warrior. Definitely really good. Then I run 1 Synchron Carrier, because it's the only non-tuner Synchron monster I can use in this deck. And you can actually search it as well in this deck now. Then I use 1 Stardust Trail, always really good in combination with Stardust Synchron, really good. Then I use 1 Stardust Worm. Finally we have this card. I'm not sure if I will keep using it in this deck. I'm still testing pretty much if I should keep it in the deck or not. Then I use triple Chunk Converter, a very important card of course, to search out your Synchrons and for chain blocking as well. Then of course one of the other key cards in the deck, 3 Doppel Warrior. I think you probably know what this card does. Getting rid of those tokens, stuff like that. Of course the chain block with chunk speed as well, definitely very important card for this deck. Then I use 2 Calico Claw Crow, just a level 2 extender if I have Dark Monster on my field, I can spell on it. Much just more ways to go into my chunk speeder, and I can also search it with Cupid Pitch as well. Then some hand traps. Unfortunately I don't really have that much room for non-engine in this deck, but I do want to have some hand traps in this deck, so I use triple Aspos my Jaw Spring, obviously really good against a lot of decks. And it's a tuner as well, I can discard for a Chunk Converter. And I use triple Effect Veiler for the same reason. It's a tuner, I can discard for a Chunk Converter, and it's a level 1 as well, so I can even revive it with Chunk Synchron to get my combo started. This definitely is a really good card in this deck. Now let's see the spell cards, and I don't use any traps in this deck right now as well. So I use 1 Synchro Word, another one of the new cards. I can search out with my Crimson Dragon. Definitely pretty good. You can pretty much extend your combos with this card potentially, and all around a pretty decent card I would say. Then 1 Stardust Illumination. Definitely pretty good. Of course send your Stardust most to the graveyard. Definitely important card for this deck. Then I use triple Synchro Overdrive. Obviously really good, some like your Chunk Synchron from the deck or search it from the deck. Definitely really amazing. Then I run triple Tuning obviously, search out your Synchron tuners, really obvious. Then I use triple On Your Mark Gets Set Go, one of the newer cards. Pretty much if you control no other cards, you activate this and then search for any Synchron monster. And also it works very well in combination with your Synchro Word. With those signal counters you can send it to the graveyard, draw 2 cards and send 1 card to the graveyard as well. Definitely all around really good card for this deck. Then there's 1 Reinforcement Army obviously, to search out Doppel Warrior or any other warriors. Then 1 Foolish Burial obviously, to send a Doppel Warrior to the graveyard or anything else you need. And then last in the main deck is 1 Call by the Grave, obviously to stop your opponent's Ash or Railer, stuff like that. Or Troll, because Troll can be sometimes devastating for this deck as well, although you do have line, a combo line, if you get trolled. Now let's select deck. So I use one Cosmic Quasar Dragon. Pretty good card. I would say one of the newer cards from Duelist Nexus. Pretty decent, but it's not that good. It's pretty good, obviously, to tag it out for other your Delta Axel Synchros or Limit to Axel Synchros. Has a pretty good negation effect as well. But yeah, I'm not sure if I will keep it in actually. Then I use one Shooting Quasar Dragon. This card is now back in stack. Because with my combo, mostly I have like Crimson Dragon and like a Limit to Axel Synchron on my field. Before I used to like summon Cosmic Blazer Dragon all the time, but it like try to Book of Moon or him pair my Crimson Dragon or any other of my monsters. If I use Cosmic Blazer Dragon, it leaves the field, and then the Crimson Dragon won't get you anything. But with this on the field, it will stay on the field as well for the negate effect as well. So that is really good for that. Also, it also floats into Shooting Star Dragon, but I'm not using it right now because extra deck space is very tight. And then of course I use that Cosmic Blazer Dragon. One of the best Delta Axel or Limit or Axel Synchro in the game. Definitely really amazing still, obviously. Then of course I use that Crimson Dragon. Definitely now the key extra deck monster in this deck, obviously. Definitely really amazing. Then I use that Hot Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity. Really broken card. Probably should be banned, but it did not get banned in the most recent ban list. That was extremely small. Obviously it's actually not, this card is not that used even in the metagame that much, aside from Vanadium, so I guess I can't understand that, but it will get banned eventually, I think. Then I use Super High Samurai Prima Sorova, because I think you still need like a generic level 12 in this deck, so if you got like trolled, you can still go into this and the Crimson Dragon, and then at least have like King Calamity or Cosmic Blazer on your field and stuff like that, so you at least can do some sort of a combo at least, even if you get trolled. And still a pretty decent card as well. Then there's one Stardust Dragon, obviously still, but obviously if those Stardust Synchrons and Stardust Stages still a important extra card. Then there's one Chunk Destroyer, of course the reveal for Synchro Overdrive, and those the combo, you're going to summon it in this deck as well, in a lot of your combos as well. Then there's one FA Dawn Trackster, pretty good. It's a spell negate, but in a lot of cases I just use it as a breach to go into my Crimson Dragon. Of course I use that one Chunk Speeder, was the key enabler of the deck. So now all your Synchron tuners on the deck, definitely really amazing. Obviously if this gets hand tapped you are a little bit screwed. So yeah, then of course I use that TG High Barbarian, of course to get those extra draws, really good. One Axel Synchron, still pretty good and pretty necessary. So yeah, pretty nice. Then one Q-Pitch, very important for your combos, definitely really good. Then one Formula Synchron, obviously still really good. Level 2 Synchro Tuner, get the extra draw as well. And the last card in the extra deck is one Celestial Double Star Shaman. Definitely very important for your combos for sure. So that was my extra deck. So now I'm going to show you the main combos in this deck. Without using Doppel Warrior, because obviously I already have shown you a lot of combos with Doppel Warrior, but of course now it's possible to do a lot of combos without it as well. So we just have a Chunk Synchron and my on your mark set dual. And Chunk Synchron, of course, it can be tuning or Synchro Overdrive or anything like that as well. Going to activate on your mark. Then search for Synchron Carrier. So this is your hand now. Normal summon Synchron Carrier, and then get extra normal summon Synchro Monster, one Chunk Synchron. Then we can Synchro summon obviously Chunk Speeder. And then activate effect. Obviously if you get Ashed at this point or Veilered or Implement, you're kind of screwed, but hopefully they don't have it. So So going to summon goes set Synchon, chunk Synchron, wheel Synchron, and star Synchron. Then I'm going to activate the effect of star Synchron. Then search for Stardust Illumination. And then I'm going to activate it. Then send Star Trail to the graveyard. And since Wheel Synchron can be treated as a non-tuner, I'm going to synchro with Chunk Synchron and Wheel Synchron. And you're going to Chunk Destroyer. So we moved Chunk Speeder here because there's just too much glare on the other side. It doesn't really matter which side of text monsters are you're going to summon, of course. It doesn't really matter. Then I'm going to synchro with these two. For Crimson Dragon and activate effect. And search for Synchro Word. Then we're going to tribute Saint Synchron. Summon my Star Synchron. Then activate Star Trail. Then because the monster was tributed. Also activate Synchro Word as well, because we need it. Let's get the counters. So we're going to synchro summon into Stardust Dragon. Then we get 2 counters on the Synchro Word, and also we get activate Star Trail to get the token because we summon the Stars monster, level 1 tuner. Then we can remove 2 counters from the Synchro Word, then activate on your market so the other effect, draw 2 cards and send 1 card to the graveyard. Doesn't really matter which ones, but you have that card because you don't have anything else, obviously. Because because you do need a card to discard for Jet Synchron. But it doesn't really matter, of course, you can just discard Synchro Word if you need to. Then you're going to activate Jet Synchron's graveyard effect, discard any card you need. So not Jet Synchron. You can synchro summon with these 2. For Fulmar Synchron, we can draw another card and get 2 counters on the Synchro. And now what we're going to do, I'm going to banish the Wheel Synchron and reduce Synchro monsters up to 4, and we're going to reduce Stardust Dragon 3 levels to level 5. So now we can go for a limit over Axel Synchron. Okay, so some of these 3 monsters. For Shooting Quarter Dragon. Of course, we get 2 more counters, but doesn't really matter at this point. And then we're going to pass the turn. Obviously, the only problem with this board is that it can be super polyed. So if they have it, you're kind of screwed. But if you are playing against like Branded or T-Element or anything like that, instead of summoning out Quasar, of course you summon out Blazar instead because they can't super poly you if, in that case. But most of the time, Shooting Cosmo Dragon is just better to summon than Blazar in this combo. So of course, it's your opponent's draw phase. If they don't do anything, I'm going to activate Grimdark Self target Shooting Cosmo Dragon. put it back to the extra deck, and then summon out your Hot Rat Dragon, Archfiend King Calamity. So now I have 6 counters, and then activate Hot Rat Dragon's King Calamity effect, and then they can't respond to it, and then they can't really activate anything on the field anymore. And at that point, you have pretty much won. Like, maybe they can like set the monster or back row. You can negate any back row they can use with like Quasar, and if they just set the monster, this can attack twice, and this probably just game anyway. So that's definitely one of the best combos in this deck. Of course, if Topper Warrior or other things are possible as well, but most of the time it just end in the same way anyway, just get a lot of more draws and stuff like that. So, I hope you enjoyed this Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile. For now, goodbye and Omakios out.